No king of England had ever visited America before.
So nice of you to come, Mr. President.
The weekend visit to President Roosevelt at his upstate New York home in June 1939, made by the then British King and Queen, is the focus of Hyde Park on Hudson.
If there's a war, America could be persuaded to help.
The aim of the royal visit was to get America's backing in the looming war against Germany. Roosevelt, or FDR as he's commonly called, played by Bill Murray, was willing to give his support, but he knew the American people had a strong isolationist streak and were reluctant.
I'd been invited to visit with Franklin at his home in Hyde Park.
Daisy, what a rare treat.
The story of what happened that weekend is told through the eyes of a woman called Daisy Suckley, portrayed by Laura Linney.
Daisy Suckley was FDR's fifth cousin, and she was a woman who sort of lived to serve. And she was called to Hyde Park to spend time with her cousin FDR by his mother, called to say, I think my son is lonely, will you come spend some time with him? And because she was so unassuming and so modest, nobody took any notice. And they developed a very, very, very devoted, close friendship.
How much of the story is true? I mean, it is fascinating and very compelling to watch, but was FDR as intimate as we're led to believe with your character in reality?
In reality, that is up to interpretation. This is a fictional telling of true events. All of these people existed. All of them interacted. How non-platonic their relationship was, it is up to interpretation.
They just left Beacon.
Good. It won't be too long.
The historic event which Daisy witnesses is, in effect, a publicity stunt. Roosevelt thought he could change opinion and get the American public to back Britain if he could demonstrate that the British king, played by Samuel West, was a man of the people. A plan was hatched involving a hot dog.
It was just one of those.
At the picnic, the president's wife has organized that hot dogs be served as our main dish.
Well, the royals thought this was like the most, could this be that they're trying to insult us? Are they trying to make us feel ridiculous? Are they trying to, just put their thumb on us? And when the King of England bit that hot dog and all the flash bulbs went off, Roosevelt went, got it. That's all we needed to do. And the great headline in the New York Times, which was 6 days later, said, King of England eats hot dog, asks for another. And that went all over the United States, and people just went, hey, guy eats a hot dog, he's all right.
Charming.
So the publicity stunt worked. Some critics have made the observation that this picture is riding on the coattails of the King's Speech, the Oscar-winning drama of 2 years ago, which also featured the very same British King and Queen. Hyde Park on Hudson's director maintains his film started well before the King's Speech, and that what he's created is quite unlike it.
The film will benefit and lose by the King's Speech. I think, in a way, the King's Speech is a super-duper trailer for our film. It's a prequel. It lays the ground for a different story, in fact, a later story, historically a later story. And I think that people will enjoy revisiting these characters through a slightly different prism. And the King's Speech is a wonderful film, by the way, and I'm a huge admirer of it. But I don't think the two experiences are in any way mutually exclusive.
When Hyde Park on Hudson was unveiled at the Toronto Film Festival, there was positive talk of its Oscar prospects, at least for its actors. That buzz has diminished somewhat. Some critics have expressed disappointment with Hyde Park on Hudson, finding that while it's a very pretty film to look at, it lacks real substance and drama.